Hi, Dublin dance dancers and gymnasts. It's Miss Annika. Thanks for working out with me today. Welcome to Introduction to Foot and Ankle Conditioning, where we're going to learn about the foot and ankle, and we're going to do some stretches and strengthening for it today. So we're going to start learning about the two different muscle sets in the ankle. One is the intrinsic muscles. Those are the muscles that stay in the foot. They never leave the foot. And those are really important for the stability of the foot itself. There's a lot of little bones in there. You might not realize it, but if you look at a picture of a foot and the bones of the foot, you'll see that there's all the toe bones, and then there's tons of ankle bones that are stacked on top of each other. So they really need a lot of good muscle support. And then the extrinsic muscles are the muscles that start in the foot and they come out of the foot. And those make up what we would call your ankle muscles, the ones that stabilize at the ankle. Now, the other muscle group that's really important for stabilizing your ankle is your hip and your core muscles. You wouldn't think about those having to be strong to stabilize your ankle, but it's really important when you're standing that you have strong hips and core so that your leg doesn't wobble around and cause problems with your ankle. So check out some of our other videos to figure out how to strengthen your hip and your core. Right now, we're just going to focus on your feet and your ankles. So the first thing I want you to do is grab a hand towel. You're going to need a hand towel for one of these exercises. Well, an exercise set. So you're going to want to have that handy. And we're going to start in what we call long sit, or just really sitting and having your legs long. And your knees are going to be straight and your feet are flexed. And we're just going to try to do a half point and full point, half point, full flex. Yeah? This is called foot articulation. And it really just means that we're trying to roll through the feet nice and carefully, allowing the foot to wake up and do everything it was intended to do. Point, half, flex. Good. Half and point, half, and now flex as hard as you can. Now in dance and gym, when we want your knees straight, we want them all the way straight. So I want you to feel from your kneecaps pulling up into your hips and out from your sit bones, out through your heels. Yeah? Now we're going to turn this whole shape out, turn it in. Turn it out, turn it in. Turn it out, turn it in, turn it out and hold. Let's try the half point, half flex here. Half, point, half, and flex. Good. Again, reaching out through the bottoms of the heels and reaching up through the front of the shins. Half, and point, and half, and full, and half, and point, and half, and full. Hold it here as strong as you can, squeezing your legs together, pulling them up into your belly button, pulling your kneecaps up into your thighs, and relax, shake it out. One important thing too, I'll turn my feet to face you, is when you point, you always want them to go straight down your shins. You don't want them to roll to the outside, which we would call winging, and you don't want them to roll to the inside, which we would call sickling. Yeah? So you always want to sight down between your second and third toes, right up through this pit of your ankle, and then right up your shin. Yes, really neutral. No wobbling to get down there, and then straight back up. Up seems to be the hardest for some people. They really want their baby toes to take over. Yeah, we don't want that. We want it to be nice and straight. Okay, now, cross one leg over so this foot is free. Now with this foot, you're going to draw the alphabet as big as you can. So A and B and C and D, E, as big as you can. F, it's an ankle exercise though, not a knee exercise. G, H, go to the limits of your ankle. I, J, K, L M N O P Q. I'm feeling the burn. R S T U V W X Y Z. Oh, that's a good one. So to stretch it, I want you to come up on your haunches, just on one foot. This is the one we just worked. And you're going to pull up this way and stretch out that shin muscle that we just worked. This is a tricky stretch to get right because I don't want you to sickle and I don't want you to wing. So try to get on support yourself on your hands. Good. Let's try the other foot, ABCs. So support your leg with your other knee. A. Go to the limits. B. C. D. Hitting all the corners. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. My shin's feeling it. S. T. U. B. W. X. Y. Z. Good. Up on your haunches, supporting yourself with your hand. Tuck this one under and stretch the front of the shin. Not sickled, not winged, straight. Good. Now you're going to take your hand towel. Now this will work better if it's not on carpet. It'll be easier. Yeah, do something that's hard like your yoga mat or tile or wood floor. And your heel is going to be placed on the hard floor. And your toes are going to be on the hand towel. And then you're just going to, what's even my yoga mat's too sticky. You're going to tuck this whole hand towel as far up as you can under your foot by just using your toe muscles, crunching them. Now you're going to spread it out just using your toe muscles. Woo! Come on. If that's not working, that's okay too. You can either help with your hands or you can just crunch with no towel. Crunch, 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 crunch. Really try to pull that towel forward and now push it out away from you. Spread it out, spread it out, spread it out. Ooh, 2 more times. Crunch, crunch, crunch that towel towards you. This is for the intrinsic muscles of the foot. You might be even feeling it burning underneath there, the arch. But look at that gorgeous arch you get when you do these exercises. Spread, 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 spread. 1 more time on this foot. Crunch, 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 crunch. 7, 8, and spread. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now I want you to pretend you've got something stuck to the bottom of your foot. And we're going to swipe it off and check. Nope, it's still there. And swipe it off. Check. Still there. And push down. Swipe it off. Yeah, you're really trying to scrub that off. Push down and swipe. If you'll notice, I am sickling. And that's important for this exercise because we want to turn on this anterior tibialis muscle, this shin muscle, right in front. That is going to stabilize your arch, stabilize the front of the ankle. It's super important as we're dancing and doing gymnastics to support our ankle and our foot. 1 more time. I think you almost have it wiped off. Good. It's gone. Okay, now for this one, we're going to do an anti-bunion stretch. So I'll turn this way so you can see me. My toes are going to be tucked under, and I'm going to sit back. This is not a comfortable stretch. So doing something, talking to someone that you love, or chatting on the phone while you're doing this, or watching your favorite TV show, something that takes your mind off of this stretch. The important thing is, I'll turn my back to you. I'm sorry, that's kind of rude. The important thing is that you're not sitting this way or sitting this way. Again, not sickled or winged. Winged. So we're going to keep our heels right under our sit bones and stretch. Nobody likes this stretch, so it's okay if you don't like it either. But it's very important for the health of your feet. One more breath. Good. Let's do towel crunches, spreads, and swipes on the other side. If you want to try with your towel, yeah, if you don't have a sticky yoga mat like me. And here you go. Crunch, 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 crunch. You're trying to pull it towards you like little monkey feet. Thank you, Miss Ryan, for teaching us all about monkey feet. We want your feet to be able to do everything your hands can do, just like monkeys. And pull it in, pull, crunch, crunch. Good, and push it out. Spread, 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 spread. Good. 2 more sets. Pull, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And spread, 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 spread. Last set. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling my shin, my anterior tibialis. I'm feeling my plantar muscles. Spread, 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 spread. It's okay if you feel the burn. Then you want to do a little bit more so you can really tell your muscles, I want you to be stronger than you already are. You have to talk to them. Tell them it's okay. Now remember, you've got something stuck to the bottom of your foot. Let's swipe it off, push down, scrub it off and check. Still there. And 2. Turn on that anterior tibialis. And 3. Yeah, pull. And 4. And pull. And 5. I'm trying to turn so you can see. And 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Good. And anti-bunion stretch. Make sure you're tucked right under your sit bones. You can even, it's not very ladylike, but look between your legs and make sure that your toes are going straight ahead. Sometimes, some of you, if you've already have bunions starting to develop, your toes will already be trying to stretch this way. So look between your legs, check to make sure your toes are straight before you sit back on them in the anti-bunion stretch, okay? 2 more breaths here. And last time. Good. The other thing you can do with your towel is you can do a plantar fascia stretch, okay? So the plantar fascia is the strip of connective tissue that holds all of the muscles of the bottom of your foot, the plantar part of the foot, the one that plants to the ground, holds them all in place, yeah? So you can like roll up your towel long ways and kind of go around the ball of your foot. So as you stretch it back, you're also pulling your toes back. Yeah, and then that will stretch not only your calf, you should feel a nice stretch there, maybe even in your hamstring. Check out our stretching video if you feel it in your hamstring too much. But then also with your toes pulling back, you'll get the plantar fascia. Let's try the other one. Stretches in the middle of your exercises shouldn't be long holds. That actually decreases the force capacity of your muscles. So keep the stretches in the middle of your exercise. Nice and gliding stretches, nice and relaxed stretches. Okay, we're going to roll up to stand and try to put some of these things into practice. So we're on our haunches. We're not winged. We're not sickling. We're straight ahead. And drop your heels to the ground. Here's a great hamstring stretch. And then roll up. Good. I'm going to step back so you can see my head. So, an important part of standing is finding a neutral ankle. A lot of us like to stand with our arches rolled in and our back blades hovering off the ground. So what we need to do is fold our shins back, smush our back blades onto the ground, and one good way to find this is by lifting up your toes as hard as you can, seeing those beautiful arches, keeping them, and then laying them back down. Shifting your weight to the ball of your feet. Your heels should be light. Yeah? And now let's tap. Let's just do the righty. Tap, 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 tap. You'll see your anterior tibialis start to turn on. You might start feeling it in there. We're trying to get the short toe flexors and the long toe flexors. So this is both for the intrinsics and the extrinsics. You might feel it on the outside of the top of your foot, the back of your foot, we call the dorsum, because that's where the short toe flexors are. You might even be able to see like a little ball of muscles on the outside on the top. It's kind of cool. 5, 6, 7, left. Tap. 2, 3, 4. Good. Try to keep it in neutral. Mine's wanting to sickle just a little bit. Don't let your big toes take over. Oh, I'm starting to feel it in that little ball of short flexors on the top of my foot. Woo! So now once you find that neutral ankle, it's getting tired. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Plie. We're going to stand on that first foot that we did and do my favorite exercise. Pulling up your belly, dropping down your tail. This is the balance challenge. So nothing is too heady about this exercise. You are literally just trying to balance and challenge it. This is a great exercise for your intrinsic muscles as you try to hold on to the ground, and your extrinsic muscles as you try to stabilize your ankle from wobbling. You'll feel it in your hip and your hamstring. You might feel it in your core if you're doing a really good job of holding it there. But you're just trying to balance. You could challenge yourself by doing your port-a-bras. You could challenge yourself by turning your head. Woo! Working on your level spot. You could challenge yourself by closing your eyes. All the way, no peeking. You could fondue. You could promenade. You could swing your leg. Yeah? Anything you want to do. Stand on a pillow, any of it. It's fair game with the balance challenge. And try to increase your length of time every time you do it to see if you can get stronger and stronger. Then we're going to take a calf stretch after that one. But the important thing about a calf stretch is you're going to stay in neutral ankle. You're not going to roll in. You're not going to roll out. Stay in neutral. Let's try the balance challenge on the other side. If you need to get back to that neutral ankle, flex your toes up. See the arch. Keep the arch. Lay the toes down. Shift your weight. Belly up, tail down. Balance. Anything you want to do to challenge. You can say multiplication tables. You can list the presidents in order. You can do your homework. You can bounce a ball. You can let your dog run around your foot. Anything to challenge your balance. Woo! Trying to increase your time here all the time. Good. And calf stretch. Neutral ankle, remember. Check back at it. Make sure your back blades are driving to the ground. And come to parallel. Arms in front of you. Releves up and down. Now remember, keeping those shins going straight over the second and third toes. Oh, I'm losing my head. You guys probably already think that about me after taking my classes. But I will keep it in the frame. Good. We don't want to roll up on the pinkies. We don't want to roll up on the big toes. Straight on the second and thirds. Good. Can you do 4 more? It's burning. 3. Talk to your muscles. You can do it, muscles. 1. Good. Calf stretch. Good. Feel that calf stretch. And we're going to do a prance stretch. Stretching the front of the ankles. And calf stretch on the other side. Good. And prance stretch. Good. Hopefully you feel nice and warmed up in your ankles now and in your feet, and you feel activated and energized. So now it's a great time to go out on a walk. Walking is a great way to use all of the things we just learned. Focusing on how you're putting your foot down on the ground. Are you a person that walks in pronation too much? Focusing on getting onto the back blade and then letting it roll to pronation as you push off and go forward instead of planting your foot in pronation. That's the fancy word for rolling in. Yeah, we don't like it. So keeping yourself fit is about varying your exercise. So go on a walk. Maybe you want to go to someplace like high banks and go on unlevel surfaces. It's great for your feet and ankles to be on unlevel surfaces. So climb some stairs, go on a walk backwards, walk sideways, do the grapevine. All of those things will work all the muscles that we just warmed up. Have a great day.